very much for having me, Congressman. I apologize in advance if my audio starts to cut out at any point. It's been a little iffy this morning, but obviously gratitude and appreciation is the theme of the day. The town of Mansfield joins with other towns on this call to express our heartfelt appreciation, and we know that there were a lot of really high value, high impact projects that you had to weed through, and realize that us being a beneficiary came at the expense of another application, and so we don't take that lightly. We are feel very fortunate, and we're ecstatic that our project is one of the select few that's moving forward. I'm actually going to be echoing a lot of what John Elsesser said, because our project, which is a sidewalk extension project, or we actually call it a multi-use trail, but in the same vein, is a project that has been in the making and been contemplated for many years. So like John said, this was not something that was drawn up or rushed together overnight just because of this particular earmark opportunity. It's something that the town has been thinking about for years. And so what the project is it's about a 4,800 linear feet of multi-use trail, 10 feet wide. For those of you that are familiar with the layout of Mansfield, would extend from what's colloquially referred to as the Four Corners area, the intersection of State Route 195 and State Route 44, and extend down to the intersection of 195 and Tower Loop Road, kind of across from Horse Barn Hill Road. So that sort of northwestern-ish part of the Yukon campus. We're a college town. We have 26,000 residents, and more than 50% of that census figure is our student population. And 195 is, basically the primary, preeminent artery for communication or transportation in our town. And so it's not a good situation from a public safety standpoint when you have large numbers of kids that are periodically walking in the road up 195 to the Four Corners area, or vice versa. We for many years, a generation really, as a town, have identified the Four Corners area, that intersection of 44 and 195, as sort of the next growth opportunity, the area where new growth and development and especially housing would take place. And as it happens, we recently completed a water and sewer extension project out there to help facilitate that development. And as it stands right now, we have multiple large scale, at least large scale by our definition, housing projects that are currently being reviewed by our Planning and Zoning Commission. So they're pretty far along. And that's over 800 units of 800 new housing units proposed for the Four Corners area. And so if that proposed development moves forward, obviously it's going to be that much more important for us to have safe, reliable means of transportation from that part of town towards the downtown area and towards the Yukon campus. And so it really is imperative that this project, given the likelihood of that new development coming together in the very short time frame, very important that this project take place. It's just, I can't underscore the word imperative enough. It's a project that does have the endorsement of the Capital Region Council of Governments. It's been part of our plan of conservation and development. And like John said, obviously another benefit to this is a reduction in carbon emissions. We want people to bike. We want people to walk. We want to make it easier for people to get from A to B without relying on their car. So it really is serving many needs, public safety needs. It's helping to facilitate what we think is going to be, frankly, a transformational series of housing development projects in the Four Corners. Some of that will be affordable housing or lower income housing, which is a priority for us, a big priority for us in our community. And so really this project checks a huge number of boxes for us. And again, we're just enormously appreciative of the favorable review that your office gave this project.
Great. Again, as you said, Ryan, you guys checked all the boxes in terms of validation of the project, and again, you moved fast, so congratulations to you and your team. And our last speaker, but not least,